Ladies and gentlemen, and adults of hopefully 18 or plus, you know, that's the only people that should be here. We're going to be talking about some fantastic spoilers. Wow, crazy, right? But we've been kind of pussyfooting around talking about this movie because obviously not everyone's got a chance to see it. Now it's coming to obviously Saturday. People have seen it. Hopefully, if somebody in chat, a good friend of ours, Sergeant Garatina, is probably watching it as we're talking right now, and he'll be dropping his review, his more than likely out of theater review about it in 2.5 hours, give or take, depending on how long it is for him. With previews and all that stuff, and then we just want to talk about it. I know I've been wanting to fully talk about it and just kind of really dive in about it and to say the things that I have problems with. I have more problems with this film than other people do. It's still a good movie. I would say go check it out. Is Marvel back? My opinion, no, but we'll get into it. We will get into it. With that being said, let's go ahead and shout out the people who are here early. Sergeant Garatina says, have fun with your stream, guys. I'll be heading out to watch the movie in theaters by the time the stream starts, like I just said. And hey man, Sergeant, you'll probably be either hearing this on a replay or we might still be live when you do your review, and then we'll watch it live if it so happens to be out at the same time, man. We want to hear your opinions on it. Hopefully you have a good time, man. I don't want anyone to have a bad time at the movies ever. But this one, I think you'll probably be okay with. Like this is a good movie. Like you're gonna have a good time. It's a good movie. I think it came out at the wrong time. With that, let's go ahead and keep continuing with Rockefeller Plaza 2, says Sergeant. What's up? We got Extreme Meme with the frog. I get it, man. I get it. What's that random hand on Pedro's face? You know what's funny? I even sent that to Rockefeller earlier, and I was like, look, I even put a little touch of detail where you're caressing Pedro to calm him down, and you pointed it out. So I was like, dude, see, it worked. Like I did. He has anxiety. I'm comforting him. Thought so. Yeah, there you go. Bootzilla. Hello, everyone, and hello, Syfaxx. Hello to you, Bootzilla. Hopefully you're having a good Saturday afternoon, maybe. Well, I mean, it's 12 on my side. So if aren't you East Coast? You might be East Coast. So it might be 3:00 over there. Joseph Lanham says, what's up, guys? What's going on, Joseph? What's going on? What's going on? Let's see here. We got Thiz says, ladies, gentlemen, let's get it. Respect. I get it. That's solid. That's solid. I saw it Thursday. My only gripe is the discourse surrounding the film. If we can trash Marvel and the MCU for all their fuck ups, then it's only fair to acknowledge when they do something decent. I have been saying that it's something decent. I just think it's something that came out at the wrong time. Like, this should have been the film that came out after Endgame. If this came out after Endgame, you could have started a whole new universe and stuff like that. We will also be talking about that. But I'm in agreement with you on with that. Like it's I have my gripes with it. There's plenty of things to gripe about, sure, but overall, it's good. I think it just came out at the wrong time. I think it would have a lot less discourse around it, or a lot. It's not that there's negativity; it's just a bunch of meh. But if this came out right after Endgame, it could have been a good start to something else. Let's see here. We got Plonk says, hi, Plonk. Hi, Plonk. Hi, Plonk. Hi, Plonk. And Extreme Meme also says, hi, Plonk. Sup, Rockefeller Plaza and Extreme Meme. Hi, Plonk. And hey, Rockefeller, you there? You there? Because I will be adding you. Wait, are you there? Oh, hold on. Wait, hold. Gee, where are you at? What's going on, Rockefeller? How you doing, man?
What's going on, brother? GG's. What's going on?
Not too much, dude. Just woke up and now let's go ahead and talk some Fantastic Four, man. Like,
I'm
well,
fucking ready to talk spoilers. I've
let's-
been wanting to talk about it since I've
I
seen
mean,
it, but nobody
I
else
think
has seen the damn thing.
we've been talking about spoilers without talking about them, just pussyfooting around it for like a couple days, and it's like the movie is so straightforward and it's so linear that it's like it's not like you're spoiling anything, but at the same time you might as well be, because there's no craziness of the story. The story is laid out to you in the trailer, and instead of thinking it's going to go one way or the other, it's just given to you. Like it's just linear thing. And where I'm at with it is what I've been saying. I think this movie should have came out after Endgame, and this could have been a good start to something else. Like if this dropped and you just cancel the last like 6 years or 5.5 years of Marvel out of your mind, and this dropped right after Endgame, I could see that being the new fresh start. Like I could have seen steps, and then you could call it first steps like you already did. Yeah. But it's like these are first steps 6 years too late. Like
I could have seen Multiverse of Madness, so they were trying to do the multiverse saga, right? Done that, ended the way they did, went into Eternals just to get the celestial idea, then done this, and only had 3 films in season, and phase 4 have been much bigger success, and then we're rolling into phase 5 right now, which would be Doomsday, Spider-Man, and possibly even something else.
Yeah, like,
making the phases
those other
smaller.
Movies, there would be different movies too that came out instead of what we got. Like if this movie started it out after Endgame, I think it would be a much better idea. And Twist Reality says, yeah, that wasn't directed at you. No, of course, dude. And unless you actually just say my name, like you specifically say Syfaxx and Rockefeller, yeah, it's like say my name.
Even then, it had that I won't even time. I get called Rock and Shit every 2 seconds in the comment. Even then, I won't even care.
Yeah. Yeah. But this film would have made 800 easily 800 million easy 5 to 6 years, and I agree. And in reality, I think it should.
Because they lost so much faith in people, and people weren't willing to test it out. And
Marvel lost its audience.
It's a good film. This
Marvel
would have been
lost its audience for the last like 5 to 6 years. So like the Marvel crowd and everything, like they don't have faith in anything that's coming out. And this is something like I said, this is what should have kickstarted their universe after Endgame. And you could have built so much more off of this. It's simply 6 years too late. That's what it is. Like these aren't first steps. This is 6 years too many steps late.
You're right.
Whatever.
Too many steps too late. Yeah, not first fucking steps.
100%.
Steps too late. Because we tried all that TV show bullshit to try to get the streaming services. Sometimes you got to know what your product's worth. I'd rather sell one. Listen to me. I'd rather sell one quality product for $100, knowing that people are going to buy it. They say, you know what? Let's sell 10 $20 products that are similar to, but I'm not even gonna put my time into. Be like, why? Because I can make $200. What if they don't like it? Then you're gonna spend $20. If you got a decent product, you're making a decent living, amount of cash off of, putting in a good amount of work. It's okay to work hard for a good amount of money, but don't think you're gonna start watering down products. People don't want that shit. It's like drug
why do mediocre shit for $5 a pop when you can do something great once?
Again, everybody's doing this YouTube and making shows and shit like me and you right now. If I'm going to the movie theater, I need it to be good writing, exceptional writing, great storytelling, performed in a Broadway theatrical way that's going to entertain me. You know what I mean? Captain Keys.
This has all the makings of what should be like a summer blockbuster. Like like they got good actors and their acting is good. Like I can't really complain about any of the acting, like unless I really want to nitpick, which I kind of have done. But other than that, if I'm really thinking about it, you kind of can't. Like everyone does their job just fine. The effects look a hell of a lot better than all the trailers we got. Like the effects look fucking awesome on screen. Like they look good. It looks fine. I would say there's a couple obvious things that stand out, like Mr. Fantastic. Like his powers are not really utilized all that well. Like he basically becomes Spider-Man. Like he's just Spider-Man. Like he's just like, and he's just crawling around, and like he's just doing that slightly faster than a regular person. That's it. Like that's kind of all he does. Other than obviously he's the one trying to figure out how to like literally warp the planet.
He uses intelligence. That's like when you remember you're talking about like at the end of the, like somebody was like, oh, it's just Sue Storm doing her thing. I'm like, it's not. She's doing the majority of the lifting, but while she's keeping him. But then thing comes through and knocks the foundation off, keeping him stumbling. Johnny hits him with a fire to hurt his fucking eyes, and then Johnny grabs him and fucking flies up in the air, drops like in the middle of him.
They could have done it a little bit better, but at the same time, it totally works. And the other thing that they're going for, which is that mom strength idea, where like a mom can lift a freaking car off their child in a moment of weakness or like in a moment of adrenaline. That's what they used right there. That it was like she's trying to save her kid, so she's literally giving it all she has to the point where she literally dies. She dies in this film. She dies, and she gets reincarnated. She gets resurrected by her child because her child is basically a god, which is what Franklin is.
He is, but I mean they've changed Franklin in this. Franklin was born with the power cosmic. Franklin was never born with the power cosmic. He was born with a crazy power because of a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
I see there's a MacGuffin. I forget what the fuck it was called, but something like
he's a baby MacGuffin.
And so the power cosmic is something that Galactus gives to the heralds that he uses to consume the world. So that's like they changed that for the MCU. I need to go through and see how it actually works. I just know that wasn't. I'm like he isn't born with the power cosmic. Not to mention,
I don't think so. I mean, there's probably a new iteration where he is or whatever.
I think they're trying to make him like
they just
the first, because if he's from the 1960s, he would technically be the first mutant. He was born with his powers, right?
Well, he's the first mutant in a different universe, though.
But technically, in Marvel's first mutant, first family, first steps, I'm like, which I don't agree with, but they're fucking mutants in this. They even said Miss Marvel was a mutant. I was like, is she a mutant? Well, she had the bangles. I was like, well, that means she's getting her powers from within and not from the bangles. If that's the case, so if the bangles she wasn't born with powers.
There's stuff of this movie that like it worked, and like you could see where they wanted to combine it with what else they have going on, because at the end of Thunderbolts, right? And a lot of people could just say, and a lot of people are already saying this, forget Thunderbolts, throw that shit out the window, whatever. But the end scene. Or the after credit scene is the Fantastic Four ship coming in. They didn't do anything with this, and they kind of had an opportunity to do that with like when Galactus and everything. Like they could have like sucked them all in, and they have to run to their ship, and like the ship gets sucked in with Galactus, and then that's them finding their way back. And Galactus is on the other side of the universe, but they have a ship, so then they fuck around and find out that they're on the 616. You could have done something like that, and that could have all tied into the next stuff. So they left us nothing with this to show why they're in the 616.
Well, and that's another, having Doctor Doom in their universe really throws shit off, right? Because we had the missing seat for Latveria. That's how we knew Doctor Doom was in this film. And then again, we're doing spoilers. Post-credit scene, Doctor Doom shows up, which means he is from this universe. It throws a whole bunch of shit off. So now is everybody in the MCU going to come to this universe? Or are they going to,
well, yeah,
would bring. That's where Galactus is in this universe. He's just a couple light years away, right?
I wouldn't be surprised that they rewrote this so many times and like had to redo it. And I wouldn't be surprised if like the idea that I was throwing out there, which sounded like to be like the natural idea of online, which is Galactus actually wins and Fantastic Four bleeps themselves into another universe to survive. And it would have been like that might have been too dark of an ending for them,
But it would have been more realistic instead of trying to push her through. And now she's too now she's fucking crazy overpowered. If you ever come back, she can do it again.
Why not just do that all the time?
And so he can never come back, because if they have anybody besides them four, like let's say a little bit older fucking Franklin, Galactus is screwed. You just fucked him up by being able to make so how's he gonna get even more stronger than he already is? He's not. So they kind of fucked that up, which Marvel does a lot.
Is Namor. Okay.
Namor. I forgot about that in the MCU though. Not in like not in Marvel. We're talking about me and Jacob
I think
talking
I
about.
think in the MCU, like right now, I think the first mutant that they actually kind of first talked about is actually Miss Marvel.
No, well,
In
Wakanda
the
Forever came out first, and he even talks about it in the movie that he's the first.
the Miss Marvel came out before that. I'm pretty
But,
sure.
but he was born before Miss Marvel in the MCU. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess there could
So it would make
be a
him
couple
the
wording
first
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd make him born before her. He's technically so far their first one, but if this is, even though they're in, let's say 1960, if 1960, their timeline coincides with our 2025 timeline, Franklin's still younger per se, even though it's 1960 theirs. If it lines up at the same time, like their 1960 is our 2025, so he'd still be older than, Namor would still be the first fucking mutant. So we'll find out. But again, I don't like that.
So check it out. Like obviously, we're just kind of ranting and saying stuff out of sequence here. Let's go ahead and just start. Let's start. Let's go through the whole movie. Let's go ahead and just go through
the first 3.5 minutes.
Spoil the shit out of everything. I already have the spoiler thing up. Let's go for it.
The first 3.5 minutes, they drop that trailer, right? Where it starts like them doing all the crazy cool shit, all the flashback, all that. It's really 5 minutes.
5 to 6 minutes. Yeah.
They forgot. All they didn't show us was a minute and a half, the opening of her pissing on a fucking stick, making sure she's pregnant, him running around like some dipshit, like, oh, what am I doing? Oh, Margaret, what am I doing? Oh shit, I don't know what to do. I can't slow down.
He can't find a bottle or like some type of dye bottle that's for some reason in their bathroom, like that.
I need aspirin. Where's the aspirin at? I can't find the aspirin. I can't do anything by myself, sweetheart. Where's the aspirin?
No, it was like an iodine thing. It was something for like a solution. It's
I'll
something
come help
that
you in a
should
minute.
not be in your bathroom.
Let me piss on a stick real quick, and I guess I don't know if Reed made her that stick, or that's just how fucking birth.
Oh, but yeah.
I was like, wow, that's a pretty well advanced fucking
just play a tune. It's like do.
Good job. You're now birthing.
You did it.
Like, yeah.
You made a new one.
Population.
You made a new one. Here you go. But anyways, the movie starts out like that, where she's literally pissing on a stick, and and all of a sudden they realize they're about it's what you've seen in the trailer, right? So that's the beginning of the movie, is the trailer, and
it's fucking good. All the callbacks to everything.
That whole beginning works. Like the first 35 minutes of this movie
works good as shit.
Is actually really good. It's really solid. Like you're invested, and it does enough build up to where you're up to date and you believe it. That's the thing. It's like oh, okay, I believe this happened, and they do just enough of those cuts. Like you can tell there's some after or like that, like after post type of stuff that they had to go back and get out of there. Like with what's his name? The Red Wizard. What's his name?
John Malkovich. He wasn't.
Yeah,
in there.
the red. They were like, oh, the Red Ghost, but they were like, but one of his monkeys is still there in there. Yeah.
Remember when DA made the video about Little Caesars and had like the fucking green monster, the Giganto?
That's actually in there.
That's actually in there.
Movie.
I was like, that's.
It doesn't look as bad. It doesn't look as bad.
I knew it too. I said that's from the first Fantastic Four comic. I don't know why they would show that, even shitty animation. Without it, most likely is going to be in there. And it was DA's video was, it can't look that bad. It doesn't though. It's completely redone. It's a different shot. So I don't know if it was like pre-effects they gave for the commercial or just a different shot, something shitty that they made.
Was that or like somebody rendered it, like somebody rendered it down to a bad version, and then they just had to put their own stuff on top of it to where like that's actually a background video, and they're like Little Caesars, and they just did all the excess stuff in front of it with like a 720p instead of 4K. But yeah, it looks way better in theater. Yeah,
and then having Mole Man was fucking awesome. His big ass thing looked just like the Incredibles. The big fucking drill machine they had for the going up to the Earth Dwellers looked just like the one from the Incredibles. From I think it was that part one, right at the end of it. Furio was trying to freeze it.
Yeah,
it's basically Mole Man, but Mole Man's glasses suck.
Mole Man sucked
like shit.
No, his costume sucked, and it's not that the character sucks. So I've seen that guy before. Like he's usually pretty funny. It's just they give his character like 4 lines, but he's actually important towards the end of the movie because they all gotta their way of evacuating the city is to go underneath the city, and it's like it's a fucking giant cosmic being, and they're like, you're doing a bunch of tunnels underneath it. You would just be crashing those in. There's no way that there's better infrastructure by carving that shit out. That's not how that works. Like, it doesn't matter what you reinforce it with. It's not going to be better than it was already. Solid ground is always better than reinforcing it. Get the fuck out of here. And Galactus stomping around, that should, like, it should have been, he should have been killing people. Is like every time he steps is just like, oh, there goes like 3 city blocks. And but it's a movie, whatever. And they're like, we got to make Mole Man a thing. Let's do. And you're like, okay.
I really like the banter between Johnny and Thing when they're like, because after this, it goes to them making the dinner. You know, they're making dinner. It shows how they all hang out. And then while they're sitting there bantering, that's when Sue and Paige Reed come in and they're talking about, you know, like he's like, something, what's going on? Why y'all acting weird? I really like the banter between Johnny and Thing. How he's like the whole time he's sitting there fucking with him. Yeah.
One of the best things that works for this movie, especially compared to Superman, for one, is it's a much like smaller cast. There's only 4 people with the robot, so maybe 5, whatever. But it's like, so it's easier for them to be connected, and everything that's going on is way more entwined. And then like when you got Superman, there's like 11 different fucking things going on, and you're like, what the fuck is this? But with Fantastic Four, it's very linear. It's just a straightforward story. Like there's no beating around the bush with it or anything, and it's easy to just take it in, you know, just take it in all in one, just take it all in one. And it does a good job with that. But you're right, like the banter, just the banter, like they seem like they're actually having a good time. That's also cool to see, like in general, when you're watching either a television show or a movie, whatever, that the actors are having a good time. You can tell it just flows naturally through them, and it's like, this seems, it makes it seem more legit. It's not just, hey, I'm just saying a line. It's like, nah, this is just people bullshitting and having a, like, this is how we would actually talk. And it comes off like that. It was good dialogue for the most part. There's some wibbly wobbly bullshit that goes on here or there, but for the most part, it works.
Tricona said Galactus going for a walk through Manhattan on foot is a lame idea. He could just teleport up here wherever he needs to go. You're not only that, there's sometimes like he's so big, his head comes up out of the water, you can barely see it. Then it's like, he's standing. There's some shots he's standing where the fucking skyscrapers are above his waist, and those shots where he's like grabbing the skyscraper and pulling himself up. I'm like, so how tall is he? There's like,
so when you first see Galactus, right?
When he comes in there,
like they take their ship and then they use a different type of ship, like something that kind of like,
which is a cool idea,
which is cool. It's like,
rocket
like our ship goes into a interstellar ship that shoots us off into like a whole nother part of the universe. So you're inexcusably far to where you can't even really wrap your hand around it, and all of a sudden they show up at a planet and they're like, oh, this looks fine. And then that's just how you get introduced to Galactus. Like the planet just starts getting absorbed and like his ship is actually plowing through it, and they're like, holy crap, and it starts getting thrown in. That was pretty fucking cool. Like that looked good. And then, but the scale of that, and they were like, this world is actually 1.3 times the size of Earth, and it ate it up in 1 second. And they were like,
drills through it,
this,
holy fuck.
This shit is no joke. Like they were like, how the fuck do we stop it? And they get pulled in through a tractor beam, and then they go and talk to Galactus. And when they show up to talk to Galactus, like when he shows up, he is as big as like his machine is, right? Which is bigger than 1.3 times the world. So he is fucking huge. And then when he shows up on Earth, like, it doesn't explain it. I know he can do this in the comics and stuff. Like he can manipulate his size or whatever. Like he can actually just do that. It doesn't show that or explain that. But when he shows up, you're like, wait, I just saw a planet-sized motherfucker all of a sudden drop down to this. Like, we know it because we've seen it. Like we know it in the comics, and he can do that. But it kind of looks weird on screen when you see the massive scale of him. He's still massive when he drops into basically New York, but it just kind of doesn't work when you're like, dude, he was fucking
They don't show him changing sides. There should be like some kind of effect, like powering down and getting up. And
yeah,
stuff.
they should have done this one scene of that where it's just like, oh yeah, like because of my size, I would literally destroy the atmosphere.
Yeah, and I had to pick this fucking kid up, so I have to be able to pick him up without fucking I had to be able to pick it up.
Yeah, you could have like a computer thing in the background to be like, and sir, you need to limit your size, or else you're going to fry the child you're seeking, or something like just something like that, and you'll be like, okay, I can. If I'm so
big, what do they call the little fucking that are in the microscopic things? What are they called? Water bears. You know what I'm talking about? Little water bears. They're so fucking microscopic. I couldn't pick a water bear up. You have to be small enough to actually be able to pick the thing that you're trying to get. You know what I mean? So I can't pick up a microscopic amoeba. So I think I get to the side where I can actually be able to intimidate it and affect it, but also not, still be able to grab it and make it a tangible object. So they should have showed him getting big as fuck 3 times the planet to small.
Correct.
But
yeah, it kind of says the writers are probably going for some kaiju style action. That would be one thing. I mean, like I could agree with you, except for that didn't happen. Like there's just so this is my biggest gripe with this movie is so the first like 35 minutes solid, very strong, and then the second act happens, and it's not just the second act. The second act goes until like the last 15 minutes of the movie, and the third act is fucking 15 minutes long, and Galactus shows up and they do all their stuff, and it's still good. But dude, that middle part where they're like, let's figure out how to do this and that or whatever, and then it all goes to shit within like 1 second. So you just spent like 40 minutes to do a bunch of nothing, and it all gets destroyed in like 1 minute.
So I like the part.
It was fucking lame. Like, come on, dude, that was so lame.
So let's talk about when the baby's born, and everybody's like, "That's one of the best parts that she does." Have you seen Last of Us season 1 when Sarah dies in the beginning, the first episode? He's usually that. Come on, baby.
You
girl.
kept saying this.
Come on, baby. Girl.
It. Is that what it is? Like, I don't remember it because I memory holds.
So she dies. He's like, "Come on, baby. Come on, baby girl. Go, baby. No, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby." Now when she's pregnant, he's like, and she's like, oh my god, so baby, either I got you. Come on, baby. It's all right, baby. Come on, baby. It's the exact same thing. Fucking. I was just like, is Sarah dying or is fucking?
You should find that. You should
and
find
sync
both
them
those
up.
clips and sync them up and see how close it is. It's
I'm telling you, it's like you'd be like, oh, no, I ain't fucking lying, but it's so weird because one is his daughter dying, and so he's sad, and the other one is his wife giving birth, so he's supposed to be happy.
But he's like,
so like, what the fuck?
Like, am I sad or am I happy?
Again,
like
he can. We're just so used to seeing him. We're like, I guess, And then she goes, ah! It hits a baby. The baby, boom! I was hoping the baby started going ding, 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 ding. And he made it like a fucking Thor Ragnarok and started making it fucking stupid.
Okay,
like,
so here's another thing that happens, right? So she gives birth, and then they say it's been a month since they left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a month since they left. What? They get off the ship, and then like everybody's fine. That's fine. Okay. Here's a continuity error that they fuck with later on in the movie. The Thing apparently can grow a beard, and he needs a grinder. But when he was gone for a month, nothing happened. Yeah. Like nothing happened.
Maybe did he have one of the ship? We just didn't see it. Me, I'm always a question. Did we see him shaving on the ship when we might have overlooked?
You gonna fly rocks in the middle of space?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they have a vacuum fucking grinder. That's what I'm asking. Did we overlook that? Just like when I was in Superman, we had something. I was like, was that in the Hall of fucking Justice and we didn't see it? And you're like, I don't know. Then somebody came up and was like, yeah, it was Rock in the comments. So I'm just being the devil's advocate. Maybe he was shaving and we overlooked it, but you're exactly right. The continuity would be like, why didn't he need to shave for a fucking month while he's gone? But in space, maybe rocks don't grow in space.
Wait, hold on. SJ's I'm assuming talking about Calypso. Hey, Calypso, hold on here. Look, I'll go grab her. She's in her little perch there. You can see her. Here, I'll grab her real quick.
I'm watching my mommy's cute little kitties.
Come here.
This weekend. So there's some outdoor cats that were born without a family, and my mommy takes care of them. She got them all spayed and neutered, and then they live outside. We got 8 fucking cats. I was like, holy shit! I thought there was like 3, maybe. I thought I was like maybe 4 of them. And I had to go feed them. This is my first time ever feeding them in like 2 years. I'm like, I'm about to feed them. There's like fucking 8 clips. I was outside, and then there's like 4. She got 4 inside cats, and they all sit in the fucking couch on the inside, looking outside. The 8 cats like, you fucking dirty motherfucker. You better not get in this house trying to steal our fucking food. They'd be like, and then it always like, everyone's outside, be looking at inside, like, I'm getting in there, bitch. I'm gonna fucking take your shit. So it's like they have a standoff all day, every day on the porch, and then the front of the living room.
All right, so well, we talked about the beginning of the movie, and well, like their relationships with each other, like it all seems to work. Like, I mean, it does work. Like the first 30 minutes, like this is why it's not that it's hard to talk about this movie. The movie is just so straightforward that it's like you're not giving away anything.
No, so they have a kid. The movie is Fantastic Four have a child.
Overall rating for this.
So let's do the actual. The Fantastic Four have a child. When the child is born, why does Galactus even come? I guess Galactus is just coming to Earth in general, right? Or she finds the planets. So I guess they were. Oh, that's right. They had a distress signal. Multi fucking planets away. That's when they got the docking station to go check it out. When they would go check it out, scan is what told them that fucking.
They use what we actually have out there right now, which is a real thing. We're like, we sent like a beacon out into the world, and like they can respond to it or whatever. And the Fantastic Four is basically tapped into something like that, to where it responds to like hearing different worlds and different languages all the time. Yep. That's what Johnny catches on to, because when the Silver Surfer arrives and is like, I herald your end, I herald Galactus, and does that little speech, he's like, he follows her up, and then she says in her language, and he gets like fixated on it because the way that she said it was like nice is all it was. It was like it wasn't menacing. It was like, hey, go. And I think what is it? Go be with your loved ones, or something like that. It's like, be with your loved ones till the end or something. It was something simple. And then he fixates on that and realizes that Charlotte Ball is not awful. She's just doing it because it saved her planet. So you get a little bit of sympathy for a half a second.
their first interaction, when she comes and the thunderstorm is all orange and shit comes, and they're sitting on the balcony, and she comes in and says all that, and she's like, and she basically just says it and then takes the fuck off. She's just here letting them know, like, hold your loved ones close. Galactus is coming, and takes off. He goes, Johnny, go. And Johnny takes off after her. That's a great little chase scene showing how fast she is. And when he catches up to her, I like the little banter they have too. I think it's pretty, like they're trying to make it like there's some things going on which they need to do.
With like, there's a couple of things wrong with how fast she is compared to how fast she wants to be.
Yeah,
because like him catching up to her at all is ridiculous, because right after that it's like, boom, and she shoots off into like cosmic space, and just like, where the fuck does she go? Like, you could just do that whenever, and then later in the movie, she's just flying and like, dissipating through, which is, we know the Silver Surfer can do that, but to have Johnny Storm the way that he's flying, like, he's fast to a degree, but he's only so fast. He doesn't get fast. It's not like he's like super flame on and all of a sudden he's flying faster or something. No, he's just flying at the same speed you always see him fly at.
Yeah.
So to have him catch up out of nowhere is kind of ridiculous. She's like, oh yeah, let me put on the afterburners, or let me put on the exhaust, or let me hit the brakes, whatever. It's crazy.
I think they both look good. Silver Surfer look a lot.
It looks a lot better than like the trailers and stuff, and their interactions and stuff. Like it makes sense. It's still. I'll say this, like Johnny Storm, I thought he was going to be a little gayer. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was going to be a little gayer.
The way that we were acting, I don't know if that was just a joke that we were waiting for, anticipating.
He was like, dude, I want to go bang the fucking silver alien. He just like he's all about it. He was like, I want to go get me some Silver Strange.
And I was like, me too. I was like, I feel that, Johnny. Let's go, bro. She flies. Let's fucking ride that surfboard.
Like a magic carpet. There's a naked silver alien up there on a surfboard. I'm all about it. And it's like, all right, I get what your head's at.
We can sing a whole new world while we ride surfboards together in the air. We have a good old time. Yeah, but again, that was, I like that. I like that little relationship. Let me see. After that, what happened? She went back to, when they got on the ship, the reveal of Galactus is awesome. His fucking purple ass fucking eyes. I like how he charges up when he's going to use his power. At first he has like normal eyes.
Yeah, when he gets serious, all of a sudden his eyes glow. But
yeah.
So let's talk about when we first see Galactus in general. That's a fucking great scene because they're like, you're in front of Galactus and you just see it's like kind of a black screen, like it's not black, but it's like it seems empty, and all of a sudden you just like he comes into view and you're like, holy fuck, he's so fucking massive.
Well, you see like his foot, and it kind of looks like you see his foot, and the foot kind of in just a shadow looks like the Lincoln Memorial. You're like, oh, this guy's fucking 25 foot. Oh my god, he's big as fuck. And when unveils, like, holy shit, that's just a toe. That ain't the whole fucking body. Like, oh my fucking god.
You're like, God, Jesus fucking Christ. He's
sitting down and Pedro. That's a good part of Pedro. The way his eyes are like, oh my god. Pedro does a good job right there with his face expressions. It convey like the fucking size of him. And again, there was no Galactus there. Oh fuck.
It's like, holy fuck. Like that guy's fucking massive. And then like, see, that kind of works, but it also doesn't, because then they basically deny Galactus, because Galactus realizes that Sue Storm is pregnant and realizes that Franklin is more powerful than they thought, because that's another big part of the movie where Pedro Pascal or Mr. Fantastic is concerned that his child's going to be different in some way or affected because they are affected. And he's doing all these tests. He's doing everything he can, and everything is coming up negative to show that it's going to be just a normal child. But then they run into Galactus, and Galactus is like, that kid is that kid is like has endless hunger, and so he wants the kid to take over his hunger, so then he can rest. Like that's the story. Like Galactus wants to rest. Like he's tired of having to eat all the time. He's tired of doing that. But so he's basically trying to put his burden onto someone else. And once he can do that, then he can just chill and go fuck off and die and exist in somewhere, or just wither away or something. He's tired of having to consume. So he doesn't even want to do what he's doing, but he has to. It's literally a consumption. And now there's a being that's about to be born that can take over his lust or something like that, or his hunger, and that's why he gets so fixated on that. And I mean, I don't know how well that works because it's not fully explained, other than you just hear it, right? Like like what do you think about that, man? Does that work for you? Like that motivation, I think the motivation works. I just don't know, using a child, like an unborn child in the womb still, even at that point, like, is that enough?
Again, they had to I mean yeah, because it keeps her, the planet won't just suffer, because as long as the baby's in the womb not born, he can't just really destroy them. He needs that baby to be born. He needs them to get, it needs the time for the for it to take place, to have a replacement. He can't just go in there and take, so it makes it to where he can't just consume Earth. That's why he has to come there, because he needs the baby. If he didn't need that,
he needs the baby. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And like, so once they do that, or when they learn that Galactus wants their kid, right? And so when they get back to Earth, okay, so they leave, they leave talking, or they run away after talking to Galactus. Like they get the fuck out of there, and Silver Surfette is following them and like right on their tail.
You figure he had better defenses than what he had for them to get out there that easy. I was like, really? They got away that fucking easy out of his
yeah, it's like, when you just lock it down in your bay,
they just locked his track. He just got a tractor beam locked on to him and drawn in. It's like, how the fuck did they get out and get a tractor beam locked on?
Yeah, you could do all that while they were invisible, by the way. He locked on while they were invisible.
While
invisible, and still pulled him in. But then when they go to leave while you're already in his base, it's like, oh, fuck, apparently everything went to shit, and we don't know what to do anymore.
So I hate when they do that, because
it's like, plot convenience, go. Like,
again, this thing's supposed to be 3 times as big as Earth, right? The way they're flying is how fast they went. I don't care if we went like 3 times as long. They didn't even fly through America. the way it's fast they get out of there. You know what I mean? So they're supposed to be flying through this big
Well,
ass
and that's
fucking
that's
area.
the
It's
other
like
thing where like Silver Surfer like goes from different
couldn't fly America at
speeds
the time.
at different times. Like she's just like whatever's convenient for the plot. I'm as fast as I need to be.
Yeah.
so so she's like chasing him down, and then they end up like their docking station that actually can shoot them interstellar. That thing gets destroyed. Like they use that as a ploy to fuck with Silver Surfer, and she gets thrown into like a black hole for a month. But then it takes them a month to come back. So then, in theory, everyone's back at ground zero, right?
Mhm.
It's like Silver Surfer is able to go back to Galactus, and they arrive at home. So, ta-da! We're on ground zero because they're like 1 month. She's going to be stuck there for 1 month, and it took us 1 month to get back. Ta-da! So you're at ground zero, right? As far as the story is going. It would. Am I lost with that? I feel like I feel like that's what the story told us, right?
Say it again.
so look.
What do you mean? What got us to ground zero?
Like the stories at ground zero, where it's like they're both on the equal footing. Like Silver Surfer should be back with Galactus because it's been a month. Like she got out of that black hole bullshit, and then it's been 1 month since they got back. And that's how long it said for a Silver Surfer would be caught in the black hole. They're like, oh, she'll be stuck in there for a month. And then they fuck off and they slingshot themselves back to Earth. But it takes them a month to get back.
Does it really take so I think they have to build all that shit. You're right. So I mean, is that how long went by? It was a month. Okay, that's what
that's what they said when she gets thrown into the black hole. They're like, oh, if we do this, she'll be stuck there for a month. But then they also slingshot themselves, and they're like, it's like, oh, it's been a month since they've left. So it's at ground zero, right? So both of them are back to like home base.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then this is the thing that really got to me. It's like they used all that stuff to shoot to wherever the hell Galactus was. And then it cuts to him being like, his ship is like, oh, we're next to Jupiter. And it's like, you traveled from wherever the fuck you're at to Jupiter, and then it takes you like a half a year to get from Jupiter to fucking Earth.
Did it really? Was that how long it took?
Dude, they built like all these fucking things. How long is that going to take, dude?
Well, they said it. Everybody had to put. The entire world stopped what they were doing to build it. You know what I mean? And they're turning lights off, and I'm like, I didn't see. I thought when you said 30 days, I was like, that's
it's like
right.
months. It's like months.
I was
like
trying to say, I didn't know how long the timeline was. That's what I was like.
Well, that's the problem. The timeline when
they don't really tell you.
They're like, whoa, they're at Jupiter, and it's like, well, that thing traveled across many galaxies to get where the fuck they're at right now. And now it's like, you know what? Now I'm just gonna stroll up to Earth. And it's like, yeah, we'll give you 7 fucking months to build a fucking teleport thing, and then all of a sudden have Silver Surfer just show up and like destroy it all in like 30 seconds. Like it was pointless. That makes that like 45 minutes of that whole build up and like, yeah, we got a good idea, and Silver Surfer just shows up and it's like, yeah, fuck your 40 minutes, fuck you.
I was wondering how they were gonna,
like, I thought that was a waste of fucking time, dude. It was not just a waste of time, but it was like somebody came in. It's like somebody had a great idea written up and somebody just wiped it off the chalkboard. But you just watched it for 40 minutes. Like, cool. Thanks.
So I wonder why, if there's any reason, the Latveria seat was empty at the United Nations. What reason that Latveria wasn't there? Did he not want them to go to the anomaly in space when they went to go check it out? Is he the only person in the world against them going to search the anomaly? What's the stupid reason that Latveria wasn't there? Is there one, or is that's
just to show that that he's a part of the world? That's just a
but I mean, is there any
just a simple thing to throw?
Is there any legit reason why he didn't show up to the UN? I forget what they were talking about, but is there a reason why he didn't? You know what I mean? Probably not, or it's just a reason to show that he's there.
I think it was the Mole Men thing, right? Because so Mole Men or whatever, like he has his own underground empire.
That's okay. That's right. It was talking about, so I guess he's not for the underground people. He doesn't like them. He's not a fan of the underground mole men. Then is that what they're trying to say? So
maybe, yeah, he doesn't recognize them as an authority.
Let me grab my Gatorade. Okay, I need something to drink. Yourself.
That could be it as far as that
Yeah,
goes.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, is there some kind of reason that
MacGuffin City. Let's go ahead and go over some of these people's comments. Let's see what's going on here. Jacoda says, "What's your guys' overall rating for the superhero film?" Look, overall, I would say I'm not gonna lie. Like, my overall rating is actually higher than Superman. Superman, I give a 6. This I would give like a weak 8, but a strong 7. Like I'll go with 8. But the main reason I'm saying that is because I think this should have came out after Endgame, and this could have been a start to something else, and we could have seen a different era. Where it's dropping right now in the Marvel timeline and everything, it kind of drops it down to like a 7. But in my head, where I see where this movie should have been, yeah. Better than Superman isn't saying much. That's true. Yeah,
that's true.
Superman was so all over the place, and as much as I want to like it, and as much as like, sure, I like James Gunn. I'm not like a James Gunn fanboy or anything, but it's like it should have been better. Like all the problems that were being talked about it and thrown around were in the movie. Like there were like too many fucking characters. It's too like that. There's no emotional moments that land. There's stuff like that. It's all the tropes that you already kind of knew were going to happen, and then they just did them. And you're like, man, they didn't even have anything that's redeemable. With Fantastic Four, what I can say is like we expected probably worse, and we got better.
So I remember when Ironheart, we were giving our numbers on Ironheart, right? I was like, it's above mid. Mid would be technically a 5, right?
No, that's just
I'm just gonna be honest.
You're the only one.
When I was saying that,
literally
I'm saying
the only one doing that.
It's a presentable project. That the music is decent. It wasn't a total shit camp. It's legit mid. And I was willing enough to say it's a 5. I gave it a 5.5. And I was like, when Superman came out, I was like, it was sad for me to say, but Superman wasn't much higher than that. I think I gave it a 6.8, almost 6, and I was like, I'd be willing to give it a 7.
Superman,
but I couldn't give it a 7.
Shit out of it, like
I couldn't give it a 7. So I was like, it's no more than a 6. Superman is no more than a 6.5 for me. This I gave an 8 because this is a good fucking movie. That it's got rewatchability. There might be some parts like in the middle that we didn't like, but if I had the movie, I'd definitely watch the beginning, skip through a couple of maybe 20 minutes of the middle. That's what I do with a lot of movies, though.
We're about just shy of 8 months into the year, and there's only one movie that I went out of my way to see twice in theater, and I have a free movie pass, so like I can just do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want, and that was Final Destination Bloodlines. That was it. That's the only one that I went and I saw twice. I technically saw Superman twice, but because the first time I might have been blackout drunk, so I didn't have a good response to that. Other than that, like I would never go out of my way to watch any of these again. Like still, even with Fantastic Four is fine. It's a good watch one time. I would never go back to the theater and watch it again. Like I have no reason to see it in theater ever again. It's not Endgame, Infinity War, or something like that. It's like when I saw Infinity War and Endgame and stuff, like I went back to the theater on purpose like 3 to 4 times because I want to experience it in the big screen and really take it all in. You're just like, holy crap. Like I don't want to forget this.
Let's talk about Avengers. How about RDJ showing up at the end of this movie in that cameo?
He doesn't.
It was him. Though. That was RDJ. You didn't see him?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was RDJ as Dr. Doom showed up at the end in the end credit scene. It was actually him. It was RDJ.
Oh, was it?
You didn't know that? He's playing Dr. Doom. That's him.
Wow. Yeah. You would never know. Like he was so good at it. You would never know.
like when Henry Cavill was in Shazam at the end credit scene of Shazam.
Shazam with the head cut off. It's like he was there, I swear. That was worth all the 90 million we gave you.
That was Henry Cavill's Superman in Shazam. That was him. You didn't know that? That was RDJ at the end of it.
Extreme. What's the bet for T? For what?
Oh, Extreme says something more important. Is T gonna have to do push-ups? I forget. It was something like if one of them is better than the other, you gotta do 100. You put money on something.
If Superman does worse than Fantastic Four, and I think Superman's still gonna win just because Marvel has a bad name for it or name for itself right now, and the tickets are not doing all that well overall. Like every fucking first weekend of everything is gonna do great, and also this literally had a 2-month head start. You got to realize like these tickets sold fucking 2 months ago.
Yep.
Which is crazy, like never been done before. Like they started doing that with the Odyssey, that new Odyssey movie that's coming out in a year from now. They already sold tickets a year in advance. Yeah. And they're legit. Fucking I'm in a group chat with Chris Gore and he bought tickets for it and it's legit. Yeah, it's a real thing.
You're crowdfunding the fucking movie at this point in time.
Dude, a year ahead of time. Yeah. So they're just like, fuck it. Apparently we can just say shit and people will buy it. And they're like, there you go.
Fuck. I'm glad people got enough money to start buying this shit a year in advance. The only thing I'm buying a year in advance is my fucking casket. About it.
But so wait, going back to extreme memes here, question. More importantly, is T gonna have to do push-ups? I think that's if Superman does worse. Or does better than everything else. Like he was thinking Fantastic Four is gonna do better than Superman. I think it's probably a better movie. It's still probably gonna do worse financially.
You think Fantastic Four is gonna do worse?
Yeah, just because of the state of where Marvel's at in general. I don't know if it deserves it. Like it's I would say overall it's a better movie. It's simply a better movie. It's an easier movie to digest and everything. But it's probably gonna make less money just because Marvel's in such a shit spot, dude.
We'll definitely know by the end of the weekend to see how the weekend numbers perform, and definitely by next weekend.
Next weekend will be the real tell.
This weekend, dropping off 53% for Superman. The second weekend was crazy. 53% the second weekend because everybody was like, "Dude, this film sucks." And like just the word, but the word of mouth in this is I don't see the drop off being worse. I might go see it again, especially next weekend.
The thing is, like even if like for the most part, even though we're being more positive towards it, the general consensus is very mild. It's a very mild, like it's like, okay, this is a safe movie. Cool. It's not blowing the roofs off anything. It's not like you gotta fucking see it. It's like, no, if you go and watch it, you'll probably be satisfied with your dollar that you spent.
Yeah.
You know? But you're not going to be like, dude, it's going to blow your mind. This is crazy. This is the most epic thing to see this year.
Is this in IMAX? Is this in fucking IMAX? It's not, is it? It's like an IMAX.
IMAX, Dolby, all that. I mean,
I wonder if that's why Superman lost money because they know that the IMAX theaters, all these it's shot in IMAX. Someone's like, nobody's got money to watch that shit. 1 and 2, it's like, unless you're a really good fucking crazy movie like Gravity.
That's why you get those passes, guys. Get the passes.
Yeah. But if you like, but it's just like a movie like that is made like Gravity. Remember that movie? That was like, like you don't want to watch something like Superman unless it's fucking amazing. It's just, so IMAX is one of the things like I think they lose money on filming it that because it costs a shitload of money to film it in IMAX. I think Dark Knight, that was something like the film in IMAX. That was awesome.
It probably doesn't help if they're like, this was filmed in IMAX and it's best to see on IMAX. And they're like, and the only way to see it is this one screening of IMAX. And there's 18 screenings of everything else that's not IMAX. And you're like, well, what the fuck? I'm not going to go. That's probably bad marketing because there's only 1 or 2 screens at a fucking movie theater that shows IMAX. And let's be honest, dude, they could just fucking crank that shit up on any of these. It's all bullshit. These theaters they're fucking you over, man. There's no way that you can't do it on all these other screens. Just do it. It's the same shit. Just run IMAX on all of them all the time. Do it.
Do it. And then credit scene.
Bullshit. You're playing it from a fucking computer nowadays. It's not even a fucking TV reel. Like,
let's talk something about nobody I've heard, and I haven't heard anybody talk about, which was the second end credit scene would you be willing to watch a Fantastic Four cartoon and that older style cartoon like they're from the 60s like that?
That already exists.
But they're gonna like just like X-Men. X-Men already existed too, right? But now Disney has X-Men 97. That's what I think they showcase that for. I think they're gonna make a newer fucking Fantastic Four cartoon, but call it like Fantastic Four 1960.
I don't know if it would work. Like
It's a pretty cool animation style. I thought. I was like,
well,
the animation,
the animation's fine. Yeah, the animation's cool for a minute. Like, and does it get? Are you gonna watch it for like 30 minutes?
You could tie it in with if the Spider-Man one didn't work, but I think their hope was to tie it in with the new Spider-Man kid. Make
I think the smart idea would be doing like the WandaVision type of thing, to where each new episode like does a different year until you're caught up to the modern time, and all of a sudden modern time run a new story off of that. Do something like that. That could be a smart idea.
Well, I think I don't know if there was that. I think how it's like they're in the 4th year. If they're going to do like the first 4 years of their shit on it, because I couldn't really tell what it was for. And if you watch it, there's something that shows up in the top right hand corner, like a beep, and like jumps in real quick, does a little noise, and jumps out. I don't know what the fuck it was, because I didn't catch it. I just heard it. My eye, like peripheral caught it.
I think that's just the reel. It's like the reel sound. You remember how?
No, it looked like an. Because they're doing the first one is Dr. Doom, RDJ, definitely him, talking to Franklin, and then it goes to fucking the cartoon in 1960. They're doing some bullshit, and then as it's going ding 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 ding, and it ends like right in the center where the ending is. You see a little thing popping right hand, going bah, and jumps off. I don't know what the fuck it was. I was like, what the hell was that?
I think that was just a callback to like WB shit, or like not WB, but Looney Tunes stuff in general.
I need to check, because I don't know if it was like Howard the Duck.
It's probably just
something weird like that.
It's probably a nothing burger.
I don't know. I don't know if it has something to do with possibly a number 2. Because most of the time they have like the first one is setting up the next movie, which will be Dr. Doom, Avengers Dr. Doom, or supposed to be Spider-Man, but they pushed it back. So technically the next was, so they always use the first end credit scene to set up the next movie in the sequence. And then the second end credit scene is for the next project coming that, for the current movie, Fantastic Four, whether it's Fantastic Four 2 or animation for Fantastic Four, so that's what they use the 2 different credit scenes for. One's for the direct next movie, and then the next one is for the next project associated with this IP that you just watched. So that's what I'll have to go check out and see what the I saw.
Hey, so you idiot. So we're still going along the timeline of what we were talking about as far as the movie goes. Like so
828 timeline, 828 universe.
Well, no, the timeline of the movie as far as what we've been talking about.
Yep.
I mean, obviously we're kind of jumping around all over the place, but as far as there's still a main timeline that we're talking about. And so like they just left Galactus's hideout, and they get slingshotted back to Earth, and it's been 1 month, right? That's where
they had the baby.
That's kind of when she had the baby in space. So
what did Galactus want?
Space baby.
And when they come back, they have a big old conference, and the guy says, "So what did Galactus want, bro?"
And they're like, "Well, he demanded too high of a price." And what's that price?
What's too high? We got it, bro. We got the money.
So it's literally the world against the one child. So
he wants your kid. You don't want to give it up.
It's a massive dilemma. It's a massive dilemma because everybody loves the Fantastic Four in this universe. Everybody they're the biggest famous people ever, and they're awesome. They can't do anything wrong, and then they get represented with or they get presented a thing where it's like you have to make the ultimate sacrifice for everybody, and they say no. Basically, that's what well, it's not killing the baby, it's just giving up the baby. You don't know it's gonna die.
That's what I'm like, you're not gonna give him the child to save the planet. No,
it's not killing it. It's just like
maybe he's gonna marry him and make him a beautiful husband.
Yeah, they actually don't know what they want. They don't know what he actually wants, other than like, I mean, you could get we get context clues because we're the audience, but
maybe
Like, what the fuck?
Maybe
it's like, oh yeah, no, you're gonna become a second generation of me.
maybe
and
Franklin
you have
will
the
be
power to do it. And
he'll be
you
a
can rule
god.
over the universe, and you could be a god. And it's like,
And maybe
okay.
Galactus will actually love him, you know, and
And
he'll have
be
a
like,
better
I'm
life.
gonna be a great father to you, boy. Yeah, like that guy, like Reed Richards.
No,
like,
he's gonna
not gonna
eat
pay
him.
attention to
Don't
you
do
for
it.
shit. Like,
Yes, too high of a price. And then the best part was when he's like, "Well, hey, answer me this: are we gonna be safe?" I don't know.
You know, that could be a whole talk on like like dating on Tinder and stuff. It's like, hey, do you want to be a good second father? It's like, Galactus is down. Like, Galactus got you. Like,
Got you.
like,
Show
got
me the
you, dude.
child.
Back, yeah. Show me that child. I'll make him a
you an
beast.
offer. I'll make you an offer. Tell you what.
I'll make
For
you
what?
an offer. You get him. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, but we don't talk about it. We don't talk about that part.
I'll go out with you as long as I can consume the kid, get rid of him,
Yeah,
and then it'll just be me and you.
What does that mean?
Then you
Consume.
can have me.
Don't worry about it.
What?
Don't even worry about it.
I did it for us. Now we don't have to worry about having kids in the way. He's gone. You're an animal.
It's like, he's still here, but he's not. But he's here in essence, but he's not. Like,
So they asked for a high price, which is give the kid up, and it's my body, my choice, my body, my choice. She should have said, you know what? I don't care. It's not even a kid. Just, I mean, well, he's born now.
She should have just came out and been like, I'm a woman, believe me. And then everyone would just believe you. Because, you know,
it's my body. I'm having an abortion.
Because believe all women. Just
be like,
believe
Sue,
all women all
that
the
baby's
time.
already been born.
They're
Be like, I don't care.
correct
It's not
all the
murder, and as long as you kill the child before 9 months. No, that means 9 months before it's born. No, that's what you said. See, the kid's not 9 months old, so I can have an abortion.
Bootzilla,
the kid's already been born, Sue.
Bootzilla just got back from seeing it and liked it better than Superman, which I didn't like very much. I'm in agreement. Like, I wanted to like Superman more, and I tried to even push myself around to almost try to justify it. It's still like a 6 out of 10 movie. This movie is much better. This movie is like probably a decent 8.
More man, crazy shit.
It's way more just straightforward, way more solid. And like I've said at the beginning of the stream and everything, this movie should have came out after Endgame, so it could have started something better. It just came out at the wrong time. Like, this is coming out at the wrong time in the wrong part of where the Marvel universe is at right now. And
Yeah, they should have kept that steam. Again, they could have tried something crazy like
we know Doctor Strange are saying the same, but not saying F4 is really good. It's not that it's really good. It's just it's fine. Like, my biggest problem with the movie is the second act, because it's basically there's 35 minutes of the first act, and then there's a 15-minute ending, and then there's everything in between, and all that shit in between fucks this movie up for me. Like, where I'm just bored, and then they're trying to come up with solutions, and it all gets taken out in 1 minute. So it's like,
don't you dare
told me to go fuck myself for like 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden Silver Surfette shows up and destroys all my plans for the last 40 minutes that I've been watching and everything. It's like, what the fuck was that about? And then they're like, end of the movie, go. Don't worry about it. Forget about that part. Forget about you guys were trying to freaking literally teleport a goddamn planet. You're trying to do all that. You had the whole world working together, and they're like, you know what? We're actually just going to have the galactic being come to fucking New York, and we're just going to trap him in the one thing that we did over here. And you know what? Fuck everything else. Just who cares?
I wish they didn't use.
Who cares?
I wish they didn't use the baby.
Like, that's what they did.
I wish they didn't use the baby. That part was fucking stupid as shit. Because then it made her be like, "Don't do it, Reed. Don't use him as a variable and factor him." And I know you. You didn't have to say it.
Don't think about it. Even though I'm thinking about it,
just because you didn't say it.
She's like literally putting on like the hazard fucking lights on the cradle. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, you know what?
How could you think about this? And she's like trying to be dramatic while understanding exactly what the fuck he's doing. It's like, I'm actually in a total agreement. This is the only way to do everything. It's like, shut the fuck up.
And then the second time is just do it. All right, you know we have to do it because you know it, because it's you. You thought of it, so let's just do it. And it's like, it's your child, Reed. Go Reed.
Reed, and then the next scene is just like, I'm in total agreement. This is fine. This is a great way to use our child as bait. Here you go. And it's like, what the fuck?
So I kind of wish they didn't use him as bait, like just like made more of like
there's
a
obvious
different kind
cuts
of
in
way
this
to
movie.
stop
Like
him. Or
there's obvious things that were like chopped to hell in this movie, like especially towards the end, to where they had multiple different ideas of where they were going to go and everything, and they splice some of it together, and it's very noticeable towards the end, because just the amount of like emotional bullshit that's going on is very different towards the end of the movie. And that's why I say, like, that second act that is ridiculously long, that goes nowhere because it all gets canceled in 1 fucking minute, is a big nothing burger. Like, you could watch this whole movie, like you could just do the beginning of the movie, do that like 30 some odd minutes, and then watch the 15 minutes at the end. This could be a 45-minute special, and you would get the same experience out of this movie. You don't even need that middle part at all. Like, it's
that's
not
how
going to
bad
fucking
movies have gotten.
it's not going to weigh on you at all. Like, you can just do that opening, and you can do the ending of this movie, combine them together. Shit, I might actually just cut it myself. I might find a fucking version of it and cut it right now. Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Like, and you
Well,
could be like, hey, I watched the whole movie in 45 minutes.
it's
And
funny you say that.
you got the same thing. You'll get the same experience. Like, you're not going to
Movies,
miss shit. You're not going
movies
to
from
miss
the late
anything.
80s, early 90s were like, especially during the 80s, were 75 minutes long, 90 minutes at the most, an hour and a half. If you can't tell a good story in that and cut it down to where I don't want fat. If it's something just to, chop up time, because the average movie is supposed to be 2 hours for the moviegoer to feel like they got their money, and I only got an hour and 25 minutes with the story on the scene. We need 35 more minutes to make it to it. No, just give them an hour and 25 minutes. If you can give all the best product, tell the story, and make it awesome as shit, an hour and 20 minutes, I don't need 35 minutes to fill it and make it like, well, I'm not going to get my money's worth unless I'm sitting here for at least 2 hours. I'll take an hour and 25-minute project.
The bar is so low that mid is the new good. Yep,
Yeah,
you're absolutely right, and
you're absolutely
that's
right.
what sucks. That sucks, dude. Like,
Well,
dude, this time
COVID
last
fucked
year,
it up.
this
Not being
time
able to go out with
last
your friend
year,
and family fucked me up.
yeah, this time last year, I probably saw, just as many movies as I normally do, but I was more satisfied with my movie going experience over this part of the year than I am right now. Like, I've seen a couple okay things. It's not worth the money. Like, it's not worth going to the theater right now because there's nothing worth seeing. And these couple things that should be blockbusters and massive fucking hits, they're mediocre at best. You're sitting around and you're just like, mediocre. Just fucking mediocre.
Well, I said it the other night on D's Nightcap. I said the way they need to do this, because now that everybody has streaming services, the ability to do it to their house, and there's no people. I'll just wait. How about for 20? I got a movie ticket the other day for $12. What if for $20 instead of the 12, the matinee, you can come watch the movie at the matinee same time, and we'll give you a code to watch it for 24 hours digitally when it comes out on digital in the near future for as many times as you want for 24 hours. Once you start the code, you got it. You can watch it, and that way, as you don't own it, it'll also entice people to possibly buy the digital because
would also entice them to rewatch it again to get the viewer hours up on one. Yep. Like, even it's like, hey, for that 1 week, our shit shot through the roof. It's like, yeah, you put a code on there, but hey, artificially inflating things is kind of the name of the game right now.
I'm not even saying it to artificially inflate numbers. I'm saying to get people.
No, you're not. But one,
like, and two,
saying it, that's where my mind went, and that's where marketing people are going to go.
Well, I'm like Kana said it earlier when he said, that new fucking Fire and Ash trailer is like crack cocaine. Just use it just like that. If you give them a fucking ticket, right? If instead of $12, give me $20. And here's what I'll do. I'll let you come watch the movie and give you a digital watch through.
Fire and Ash trailer, like that shit look
hook 'em
fucking next level. Like that's what you like, dude. It looks like you're in the movie while watching it, like without 3D. Like, because I remember I saw the second one with 3D, and I felt like I was in the movie, and I was like, the story is not great, but being there, I'm like, hey, this isn't like, it's a crap story, but I'm here. I'm in the story. This is crazy. So that was pretty cool. And then seeing that trailer, you're just like, oh my God, like, it's next level graphics. Like, it feels like those are real things. Like, it's like, yeah, dude, that's just a planet next door. And that's just what's happening like on Mars right there. There you go. Like
Fucking Kata
that's what it
posted.
feels like seeing that. It's
Kata
like,
posted
yeah,
it and
they're
posted.
they're just next door, just fucking off and like blowing shit up with space whales and shit. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy.
Kata posted on Twitter and posted that new Fire and Ash trailer is like crack cocaine on Sunday morning. I was like, hell yeah, I need another hit of that shit as soon as possible, dog. That motherfucker was good as shit, wasn't it? It's like they're taking down anything that looks resembles it or
Yeah,
people trying to put up because it's a really good fucking trailer. It'll be out next week.
They did Fantastic Four dirty by fucking putting that trailer
Yeah.
right before the movie actually started. They're like, hey, they did all the like sit down, turn your phone off, everything. And you're like, okay, I'm ready to watch a movie. And they're like, and one more trailer. And all of a sudden they give you this trailer, and you're like, oh, am I not watching this movie?
Did you get
and
the
then
two
they give you
phones?
Fantastic Four right after that, and you're like, oh my god, you're
I got a Google
what are you
Pixel
doing?
and an iPhone, like doing like these fucking like stupid ass like stunt movies, like action movies together. And it was like, it was like, hey, and like, and start ringing. I need to look that shit up. It was hilarious. It was like, and it was like the whole time you're doing action, like they're like, it's a Google Pixel and an iPhone instead of two people doing like an action movie scenes. And every time they go to talk, it goes like they're talking, their voices are fucking ringers. It's like you wouldn't want to hear phones ringing during your movie, would you? That wouldn't make sense. Not at all. Silence your phones. I was like, awesome as shit.
Funny. It's like you wouldn't steal a car, and it's like
you wouldn't
if I
steal
can get away with it, I
would.
would. Or what the fuck are you talking about?
You wouldn't steal a pocketbook, would you? Speaking of stealing a pocketbook, this morning when I was riding home feeding the cats, I saw a motherfucking a handbag in the road. I stopped to pull it up. Motherfucking a pistol in it, bullets, iPhone, fucking somebody's key fob. Their wallet with their ID, probably over $500 cash in it. So I took it down to the police station, turned that motherfucker in.
You know what's actually crazy is the one of the easier ways to do that. Like, say if you ever find somebody's wallet or whatever, and you find their ID, if you actually put it into like your local like a mail delivery spot or one of those blue boxes, if you put the ID into there, they'll actually send it back to the owner.
Like, yeah, but there's bullets and pistol. It looked like it was a police officer's service weapon.
That stuff, like once they do that, that's gonna be reported to the police, whatever. Yeah. But as far as like IDs and stuff like that go, if you don't want to go track them down yourself, you can just put them in there, and they'll literally deliver it for you. It's kind of an interesting service that they offer that people don't think about.
So I did my Good Samaritan law today. I was coming back. I was like, oh shit, there's a bag in the road. I was like, look like a hippie bag. I was like, I'm gonna grab that. I went to pick it up. And I was like, is that a key fob sitting next to it? I was like, oh shit. I picked it up. When I picked it up, I could feel weight in it. I was like, oh shit. I grabbed a key fob, went to put it in there. And somebody lost their ID, their credit card, their grip.
We've talked about the movie. Fuck. We spoiled it in general. Like what do you really like about this movie, and what do you possibly dislike about this movie? Go ahead and give me your things you really like and what you didn't like, because there has to be both.
Well, I like the CGI. I like all the cool fucking callbacks to all the comics. I like the way it was ripped off somewhere, like Giganto. I was ripped right off the. I'm a sucker for that. Just rip it right out of the off the page,
right off the comic book, right off the page.
That's it. Yeah. And it's good. It's good acting. It's basic. It's very basic storytelling, which they try to get too complex there for a while. And the average person couldn't tell, what the fuck is going on, or having to watch so many damn products, before you get there. And you don't have to do any homework. It's simple. What I don't like about it, it's just fucking, I don't know. There's a lot, I can sit and complain about stuff I don't like about it, but I've done it for too fucking long. It's like,
well,
what's your face?
If we're gonna sit around and criticize things, you got to be able to criticize them. Just because you're like, I don't want to hate it, but at the same time, it's like, dude, there's plenty of things that are wrong with this movie.
I can. I mean,
the time differential is always fucked up. Like that, like time doesn't matter in this universe apparently. Like because they do the 1 month thing, and like that could be just a continuity error with a thing that actually is a totally different thing. But all of a sudden they're at Jupiter, and like 7 months later they're building everything across the world, and like now he shows up. It's like, the amount of time it took him to get from one place to Jupiter is less time than it would take for him to get from Jupiter to the fucking Earth. So get the fuck out of here. And then Silver Surfer doesn't actually intertwine into the world or like doesn't interfere at all until the last moment. And then she literally fucks off during the whole last battle. She's not there helping Galactus or anything. And then she shows up for 1 second to be like, oh no, Johnny's about to do the heroic thing, and she comes in and is like, no, fuck that, I'm being heroic. Because like she just shows up out of nowhere, and like she's been gone for the last 20 fucking minutes.
Again, she's quicker than him. Up. I don't think she did it to be heroic. I think she did it because they will come back. When they come back,
did she go? Where did she go during that
into the other side of the universe? Well, who knows where she went during that? She could be in this, but I mean, she was hiding.
They didn't know what to do with her because it would make no sense.
She was laying prone, like in Call of Duty. She was on a building laying prone. For all we know, she's waiting for the right time.
That's the kind of shit that I have problems with, where it's like that shit makes no sense. It's the most dull logic, and it's like, well, because, like that's the excuse. That's the excuse. Like because plot. What the fuck? I mean, get the fuck out of here with that.
They're kind of worried about Galactus. They weren't really paying attention, so they didn't really have to worry about where she was.
She was with Galactus the whole time. She's next to him. Like she can fly faster than like you've seen her. You see her throughout the movie, like flying faster and doing all this crazy shit, literally using the power cosmic to cosmically transfer herself to other places. And then she just shows up for like a half a second, does a couple
when Johnny said that shit to her with the records, did she have a change of heart and didn't show back up again? Because when he came to get Franklin, where was she the whole time? She wasn't even there because she had like a change of heart, right?
Well, because the record people, like when they show up and they're at Jupiter, and it's like they're like, we can see him on the radar, and it's like, well, how? That's the main thing that I have problems with this movie is the time frame. The time frame, like time is meaningless in this fucking world because they're just like, oh, he's in Jupiter, and all of a sudden they're like, let's build everything, let's do all this. And it's like you can have everybody in the world acting on it like fucking ants, and you're not gonna build 1,800 fucking things across the world in a matter of like 3 days or whatever. But it's like that's why it has to be months. It has to be months. So it took them months to get from Jupiter to fucking Earth or whatever, but it took them a half a second to get from across the galaxy to wherever the fuck they are to like that's the shit that I'm like, that's dumb. But hey, comic book movie, do comic
exactly. You're supposed to Thor traveled to fucking
disbelief to an extreme amount to where you're like, oh, I'm retarded. I gotta be retarded to accept this premise. Cool. Well, like that's the shit that I don't like. That's what I don't like.
Not look too hard
when they do that. Yeah, don't look into the clues that the movie gives you. Like the movie shows you all this stuff. I'm not like throwing my mind into like a totally different space. It's like, this doesn't make any sense. These are the clues that the movie gives me. And with what you gave me in the movie, this shit still doesn't fucking make sense. This logic, this timing, all this shit doesn't make sense in the clues that you give me in this fucking movie. So no, like that's the kind of shit that pissed me off as far as that kind of logic goes. Overall, I'm still going to say that the movie's fine. It's still fine. But when you start fucking thinking about it for even a half a second, it all falls apart. Like,
you like Mole Man Bootzilla? I thought he was all right. I thought the costume was fucking horrible. And I mean, he shows up and doesn't really do anything. And they talk about like, the past in the beginning, and then he just shows up again, how they need him for everybody to go underground. He's kind of just a person that they utilize. I didn't like the way they utilized him, kind of overlooked him. He could have been a cool little villain that they had like an actual altercation with instead of just we'll be friends in the future. We'll be friends.
Boozilla said, the thing I didn't like is when the Fantastic Four were in space, they said they were gone for a month. Yeah, that we mentioned that earlier. Someone or something could have attacked the Earth while they're gone. That took me out for a minute. True. I mean, that's the thing about like superhero stuff. It's like even if the superhero was done, like things are still gonna take care of themselves. So it kind of makes you think, like, do you even need the superheroes? Like,
maybe that's why Dr. Doom wasn't at the fucking Latveria, because he doesn't agree with the way that they,
crime took a day off for a month.
Well, when they got that thing, they're like, let's go fly out and go see it. We got an anomaly out in the space. Let's go fly out, dude. Dr. Demon's probably like, fuck that. Let's prepare and let him come to us.
I thought Mole Man was funny. And I wanted him to be funnier because like you only see him like twice, right? He's basically there for like one scene at the beginning, and then towards the end, he's kind of like I don't know, like he's just not in there enough to where I care one way or the other. But
he reminds me of She-Hulk. Right. He reminds me of a She-Hulk character. The way he came in he was barely fucking utilized. He had a shitty fucking costume, and I was like, dude, they treated him like a She-Hulk.
Was fucking awful. His
looked like he had WWE glasses, like fucking. They should have put Yeet on him.
Dude, reminded me of like the Riddler's Batman, like Riddler and Batman.
Yeah,
it was just like this shit costume, and it's like that's not what you should look like.
No, he's supposed to. They're supposed to be like welding glasses because he's digging underground. He's gonna get fucking rocks in his eyes, possibly.
Yeah, he's like turn down the lights, but then he just like has his eyes open as soon as you don't see him like adjust. Like he can't even bother to be like, oh, like do the.
He should have big fucking teeth and big fucking hands, look like a fucking mole.
Reacclimated. It's like you can't even do that for a second. He's just like, oh, cool, I'm good. And it's like, you can't even do that. Like, what the fuck?
They could have him have like legit big fucking teeth, big fucking, big fucking fingers.
Yeah, you could have made him like look hideous.
Yep.
Other than like basic fat guy number 3.
Yeah. But no, they skipped that because that's too comic accurate. They wanted to make it fucking more She-Hulk and.
Well, look, we're coming up to about an hour and a half in. Yeah, like, what's your overall thoughts about that? Like, would you recommend this? What do you think?
I think it's a good family film. If you haven't been to the movies in a long time and had a good time with your family, your friends, or just been to the movies and had a good experience that you can walk out of and say, even and do it on a matinee, something cheap. Superman, if you went to that and were bogus and didn't think it was good, this is an actual decent superhero movie to where you're not going to be exuberant, astounded, but you sure in hell won't be let down. The first half is really fucking good. There's some questions. Stay for the end credit scenes because that's where it's going, and you'll get to see RDJ. We spoiled it. RDJ's in the movie, so you get to see him. You get to see.
You get to see him, like his face and everything. He's just all over the screen.
So I like it. I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Don't quote us on that.
Allegedly. I gave it an 8 out of 10 because it's a good fucking film. I want to see it again. I think that there's not too much of this fucking story letting that we were talking about to where it throws it off that every story I feel like needs. I would have gave it a 7.5, but I was pushing more towards like 7.8. And I don't want to discredit it by saying, 7.5 because I really 7.8, but I can't give it that. It's either 7.5 or 7.8. I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I gave it a good MCU, a good fucking. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, man, straight up.
So you're just being generous, but no, I'm actually kind of in agreement. Like it's probably the closest 8 out of 10 of the year as far as especially superhero things go. Like it's worth seeing. I just I'm gonna continue to say this. This is the movie that should have came out after Endgame, and then it could have started a whole new fucking era of stuff. Like this should be the movie that started something. It came out at the wrong time. Marvel's on a downtrend, and everything that's going on around it. Like this doesn't make sense for what we've just seen for the last 5 to 6 years. Like that part doesn't work. If this came out right after like Endgame or something like that, or like
one or two projects at the most,
like maybe like Mirza or Multiverse of Madness.
One or two projects, not 14 project failures in between.
Yeah. Not 6 years of failures later. This would have been a good start because then you could be like, there's a lot to build on here, and it's a different universe. There's a different thing. There's all this stuff you can go off of. Where it's landing right now doesn't work as far as what we know of the MCU as a film on its own, standalone. Like this is just its own little bubble. It's its own MCU thing. Or not even MCU. It's its own just movie in a bubble. Bam, whatever. Good movie. Go check it out. Go have a good time. Go have a fun time. Get some popcorn. Just see Galactus. See all these like the effects. Everything looks good. Everything's pretty solid. It's a pretty straightforward event.
Galactus is awesome, though.
If you're a fan of the MCU, though, I would say you're gonna have a lot of fucking questions.
But you know what? We don't mind talking about them. You know, there might be answers. Some of those there might be answers.
That's what we're here for. Like just talking about random shit that maybe other people aren't even talking about, or well, maybe not even questioning. But it's like I still think this movie should have came out like either after Endgame or like you said, maybe after Multiverse of Madness or something. Like something with the once the multiverse starts getting more added in, then you add a movie like this out there and you're like, okay, now we can start looping it all together. Came out at the wrong time, but it's still a good movie. Go check it out. Absolutely. Like, is Marvel back? No, absolutely not. But
I will be buying this DVD for my collection. I haven't bought a movie for my collection since I think Multiverse of Madness. Spider-Man's obviously, you know, like after Endgame, it's like Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man. I think I fucked up and bought Black Widow just because I had all of them up until then. I have all the Blu-ray, DVD, digital codes. And I was like, I want to have a good collection. But once I bought that, and I was like, man, they baited me. I'm never buying a piece of shit. Marvel.
I mean, if you had to choose between confronting Galactus, who can destroy the planet, or a villain who's just causing destruction in the city, what would you choose? I mean, that's not that question doesn't come up in this movie, but I mean, if that's just the question, then obviously, clearly, I'd rather just have Galactus destroy everything just so I can be done with this shit. Like, no, but obviously the villain who's just like fucking up a fucking city block. It's like, I caught that on fire. And it's like, yeah, go backhand that motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Feige said F4 is a movie with no homework required. Is that true? Yes. That's one thing you can walk in the movie. You don't know anything about the MCU. You can watch it
because it's its own universe. It literally starts out there like Earth 828. So it tells you all the backstory. It has nothing to do with the MCU, basically.
How they've been doing this for 4 years. This is about the Fantastic Four. You meet Dr. Doom in this fucking film. You know, you get introduced to him when it ends.
You need to stop saying that because
they do introduce you to Dr. Doom. And you get to see RDJ. You get to see RDJ in the movie. He's in it.
So Rockefeller's out here lying to kick it, but
you don't have to see any other fucking homework. And then like you see Galactus at the end of it. You know what? You're gonna be like, wait, this ties into the next Avengers movie coming up next year. So you can be like, hey, you don't have to see. You don't have to know anything. You'll see RDJ.
Oh my god! Okay. Anyways, so we talked at great length of this movie in general. I still say go check it out, and I think Rockefeller's in agreement with that. Like,
absolutely,
yes, go check out this movie. Like he says, he wants it in his DVD collection. He wants it all up in the DVD collection. Just so far, like deep. With that being said, hey Rockefeller, what do you got coming up, man?
Not shit, man. I'm gonna be on DA's office whenever he comes back. Besides that, my birthday's Monday. I'll probably play some Elden Ring on my fucking Rockefeller Plaza.
I would say usually I say happy belated birthday because I miss people's birthdays. Apparently, we're like 4 days early. Like so, 3 days early.
2 days from now, but you know that's if I ever play Elden Ring. If not, I'm sure I'll talk to you. If I have something important to do Monday, I might even play. But hopefully, I can jump on and say what's up to everybody for 2 hours. If not, I'll be seeing you first thing on Sunday night when we're on D's. It'll be fucking early morning over here Monday, by the time we go on. So
yeah. All right. Well, as far as I have going on, like I was gonna do a stream today, but this is the stream, I guess. Like I was gonna do it in a couple hours from now, so why not just talk about it earlier? So thanks for showing up, thanks for hanging out, and more than likely we'll probably be back for DA's office tomorrow at 8 p.m. 11 Eastern. And you guys have a good one. Go check out Fantastic Four. Hopefully you have a good time while you watch it and don't get caught up in like all my ramblings and all the other stuff. But at the same time,
don't get caught up in the hype either. It ain't a girl boss movie. It isn't Flamer.
It's not any of that.
Go watch it and have it, find out for yourself.
You're gonna have a good time. It'll probably be it'll be worth your buck. Yep. Go check it out. With that being said, peace out, flame on, and flame out.
Whiskey lead a wandering soul to heaven's watering hole. I'll drink to waiting for love, so let's just dance.